Angry guy here, and Project 2025 will punish single mothers. Guys, if you're enjoying the content, please help get the channel to 100,000 subscribers on our journey to 2 million by subscribing to the channel if you already haven't, liking the video, and turning on notifications to never miss another video ever again. Now let's begin. Project 2025 will punish single mothers. So what is Project 2025? Project 2025 is pretty interesting. So let's go ahead and just look at this document right here. Project 2025 is an initiative of the Heritage Foundation, a right-wing think tank. It is a detailed plan outlining how they intend to govern if they regain control of the White House in 2024. And this is a pretty extensive plan with Project 2025. The plan includes proposals that could potentially impact single mothers and women in general. For instance, it outlines plans to attack contraception access, increase surveillance of people who attempt to delete their gestation, so and their pregnancies, and data collection, rescind a Department of Defense policy to prohibit traveling to end a pregnancy funding, so funding for ending a pregnancy, and to also punish states that require health insurance plans to cover the ending of a pregnancy. It also mentions the intention to rescind FDA approval for the pill that allows the ending of a pregnancy and to revive a 150-year-old law that would criminalize sending or receiving it through the sending it or receiving it through the mail. And any article, instrument, substance, uh, or medicine or thing that could be used to facilitate the ending of a pregnancy. This could potentially limit the reproductive rights of women, including single mothers. Now, this is only some of the things that are happening there. It's very serious. It's There's a lot of other things that are also going on with that. They are really going in on single mothers with Project 2025. It's basically reshaping the government in all avenues. So conservatives aim to restructure the US government and replace it with Trump's vision. With more than a year to go before the 2024 election, a constellation of conservative organizations are preparing for a possible second White House term of Donald Trump, recruiting thousands of Americans to come to Washington on a mission to dismantle the federal government and replace it with a vision of closer to his own, led by the long-established Heritage Foundation think tank, fueled by former President Trump's administration officials. The far-reaching effort is essentially a government in waiting for the former president's second term. Any candidate who aligns with their ideas can defeat President Joe Biden in 2024 with a nearly 1,000-page Project 2025 handbook and an army of Americans. The idea is to have the civic infrastructure in place on day one to commandeer, reshape, and do away with what Republicans deride as the deep state bureaucracy, in part by firing as many as 50,000 federal workers. Yeah, guys. So they're going hard. They're going hard. We need to flood the zone with conservatives, said Paul Dans, director of the 2025 Presidential Transition Project and a former Trump administration official who speaks with a historical flourish about the undertaking. This is a clarion call to come to Washington. He said people need to lay down their tools and step aside from their professional life. Oh my goodness. This is my lifetime moment to serve. The unprecedented effort is being orchestrated with dozens of right flank organizations, many new to Washington, and represents a change approach from conservatives who traditionally have sought to limit the federal government by cutting federal taxes and slashing federal spending. Instead, Trump era conservatives want to gut the administrative state from within by ousting federal employees that they believe are standing in the way of the president's agenda and replacing them with like-minded officials more eager to fulfill a new executive's approach to governing. So this would be so massive. This would be a massive overtaking, and as a result of doing this, it would change everything. I mean, even if we saw another liberal president, it would be very difficult because at this point, the entirety of the federal government would be restructured and reshaped by conservatives. It's a massive undertaking, and this could have very serious repercussions for single mothers in the future, because again, this is going to be cutting funding for things like public assistance. This is going to limit access to resources for single mothers. This is going to basically reward fathers and criminalize single motherhood. you know it's basically, a woman goes out there, if she has a child on her own, well, then she's going to have to pay for that. When I talk about 10 cities, Donald Trump has already said that he's going to be building many tent cities, many beautiful, glorious tent cities. So there's going to be a place for Keisha and Tyrone's babies. There's a place for them, but it's not going to be living in these comfortable public assisted homes where they get all these luxuries, free heating, free electricity, free water. There's not going to be any of that anymore. They're gonna have to really, they're gonna have those luxuries. Again, 10 City is there. They love Tyrone. Tyrone loves Tyrone. Tyrone is the king of 10 City. So hey, listen to me. It's gonna be one big happy family because now Tyrone finally gets to see his kids. You know, and like I said, Tyrone is the king of 10 City, and he's gonna rule it with an iron fist because Tyrone does not mess around. And everybody's gonna be up in there, man. Everybody's gonna be up in there. Tyrone, Pookie, Ray Ray, Little Poncho. Man, Little Poncho's gonna be up in 10 City. Little Poncho's gonna be up in 10 City. Everybody's gonna be up in there. All right, they're all gonna be up in there, and they can figure it out. These men can finally see their kids because a lot of them don't want to see their kids, so they can finally, leaving their kids to these so-called step-up dads, which a lot of these passport bros are like, we're not doing it anymore. That's some funny stuff. These passport bros are like, we're not doing it anymore. We are not doing it anymore. We're not doing any more of that nonsense. There was no more of that step up dad nonsense. Dudes literally fled the country. Y'all have to think about this. These passport kings, they're not just these men are fleeing the country. They are fleeing. They're like, we're done with Keisha. Like, Keisha, don't come around us anymore. We are done with this nonsense. A lot of white guys are afraid after they saw what happened to Jonathan Majors. They're like, nah, This ain't this. Men in general are frightened. Jonathan Majors was a very decent man. What did he do? He got himself a Keisha, and look, at she destroyed his entire life. Everything he worked for, everything that he strived for, it is now gone. You don't really hear his name anymore. Like, his career has been destroyed. And you have all of these men out here looking sad and pathetic, like, oh, we're trying to clear our names, and it's like, bro, even if you clear your name like Johnny Depp did, it's not gonna do a lot for you because there's the public perception, and there's that. But look at Johnny; he never got his career back, and instead Amber Heard is still acting. Look at what's that guy? The one that was in Flash, Ezra Miller. My dude committed so many just crimes, and they literally put this movie out with him, and still. Not only did they put the movie out, on top of putting the movie out, they were saying that they wanted him in, and they wanted to keep him in the DCU, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, bro, like, this guy is a criminal. This guy is a criminal. He's supposed to be in jail for a good long time. Like, Ezra's really supposed to be in there for at least a good 10 to 20 years after all the things he's done. But he's a part of a special group of people that we're not supposed to mess with. He gets special privileges while everyone else gets special punishments. But guess what? Single motherhoods are about to get their punishment. Single mothers are about to get their punishment. They've been running wild for decades now, and they've created nothing but disparities in society. And now, their day is coming. Guys, if you're enjoying this content, please help get the channel to 100,000 subscribers on our journey to 2 million by subscribing to the channel if you already haven't, liking the video, and turning on notifications to never miss another video ever again. Project 2025 will punish single mothers. What do you guys think about this? I want to know your thoughts, so let's talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, but walking away and cheers.